Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully we've fixed all of the tech issues and we should be good and ready to go. We've got our draft waiting. Oh no, Lizard is messing with us.
No, I'm not. It's actually still lagging.
Skipping a little bit. No, OBS, please. I don't understand. Everything looks perfectly fine.
I jinxed it.
You jinxed it. We'll move into draft. We'll just go straight into it, shall we?
Yeah.
See what we're dealing with. Forward versus for the dream.
At least it doesn't really... You can't notice the frames dropping when you're in the draft. That's something. We have a Grimstroke versus Doom. And we have a Chen and Lone Druid. Chen plus Lone Druid.
We have audio now.
You have that Divine Favor with the bit. Well, we have audio, but they could hear us, right? They could.
Oh yeah, they could. That just meant game audio.
Yeah, all right, so you have the Chen plus the Bear combo, which is amazing. At the same time, though, you have the Grimstroke plus the Doom combo on the other side, which is also amazing. So both of these teams opening up with pretty strong combinations. I like both of these drafts, definitely, and we'll see the way in which they proceed in the second phase of the drafting stage. They ban out the Conca on the side of Forward Gaming. I guess there aren't too many heroes that can deal with Lone Druid on mid.
I just love that nothing changed since yesterday, apart from the fact we're both sick.
Yeah.
And now the computer has been infected.
They're also sick. I mean, when I started this PC, by the way, this morning, when I opened it up, the desktop was doubled. It's the first time in my life that I see this. I had one desktop and then another one, like 3D image, you know, like above it. And for the first time in my life, I saw this error. It said hard error. Not 404, nothing like that. Not critical error. It was a hard error. Anyway, they're gonna have a hard time dealing with the Grimstroke plus Doom. But if Chen and Lone Druid focus on their objectives, if they use that Divine Favor on the Bear all the time and just go ham on the buildings, I don't think this Grimstroke and Doom are gonna have even a fighting chance. So it's still early. There's still a lot to be revealed in these two drafts, and for the Dream, they had a pretty sick jug, and now this game, it's not banned, and I think Forward Gaming might snatch it, because that jug plus Lone Druid, the Healing Ward plus the Bear, it was always so ridiculously strong. They changed that. It still reacts the same way, right? The Healing Ward plus the Bear, it's still one of those broken things that are just impossible to deal with.
I mean, imagine Healing Ward plus Divine Favor on that Bear.
Yeah, Healing Ward, Divine Favor, and just let the beast go. Let him roam.
Double damage plus many heals. Very powerful.
Set him free. Set the Bear free. Let him do whatever he wants to.
Nice little airdrop. Delivery for Gary B. Get me some tissues.
Alright. What do we have here? 30 seconds. They're burning their reserve time. They're going deep in it. 30 seconds remaining, actually, for this first pick of the second stage. They're definitely thinking about that jug.
Radiant team pick.
Let's see. Rubik. Well, interesting, don't you think so? Rubik, why did they burn so much time to take Rubik? What's the... I mean, Rubik versus Grimstroke plus Rubik plus Chen, it's really good. He's decent versus Doom too. I think one of the best spells for you to steal is that...
so it's more of a block pick than it is...
just versus Grimstroke, it's really good. Versus Doom as well, but I don't know if it's only a block pick. They took so much time thinking about it just to go for that Rubik. It's like, I don't know.
Fadebolt's pretty good against these push lineups as well, right? Lone Druid, Chen...
Good luck with that. Like, you're gonna reduce some damage from the Bear. He's still got
double damage from Divine Favor.
Exactly. So it does help out a bit, and you can see that they're scared of this push. They banned out the DK, they banned out the Pagna. So they're thinking this Lone Druid might even not be on that mid lane. They're thinking, okay, this mid laner is gonna be something else, and Lone Druid is gonna be on that side lane. It's quite possible. It's a versatile hero. You can lane him anywhere. Something like, I don't know, anything can work with Chen on that safe lane. You just get a hard carry and you have that Divine Favor to heal him up all the time. You can stand even versus a Doom plus Grimstroke, even versus a Doom plus Rubik.
It's just such an... That's the thing though, right? It's such an awkward position where you're thinking, alright, Lone Druid doesn't really care about being doomed, so the Doom is very likely going to be going on to this position 1 hero.
Why don't they go for Jug? They go for
Crystal
Crystal.
Maiden.
They value this Crystal Maiden so much. Everyone does right now. The hero is strong. She got buffed a couple of patches in a row. The previous patches, the buffs weren't that huge, but the recent plus 20 armor, the 10 armor, then 10 more. These issues are
Radiant
these
team pick.
buffs were definitely strong. Another Razor game. It's pretty decent versus the bear, right? As you can link up the bear all the time. You can lane like that versus him. Lone Druid can go range form, but I don't know, not really optimal. Like for the Dream, Jug would be perfect for them
10
again,
seconds
honestly. They
remaining.
could have a very similar draft to that last game. You put the Grimstroke plus Jug on
5
one lane.
seconds remaining.
Like Rubik plus Jug is also fine, but Grimstroke plus Jug is just amazing. You have that Inkswell and the spin. It's really strong. And then you put Rubik plus Doom on the other. Not the perfect lane, but it's fine.
And then Razor 1v1 with the LD.
Yeah. Well, but
Dire
forward.
team back.
Let's see. Pango.
Pango.
What do you think about that? Is this gonna be some mid Pango or offlane Pango? Which one do you prefer?
I feel like offlane. And then you're a target for Doom.
And then you get something versus the Razor.
And Universe just goes in and says, hey, Doom me, static
10
link me,
seconds remaining.
and give Resolution. Is this a Resolution
5
LD or is it
seconds
Yawa?
remaining.
I feel like that's the
Radiant
big question
team
here.
ban.
They're expecting their last hero to be a war hero. They're banning out these mids, right? So
So give the Rezo, give Rezo the LD that's not going to get doomed. Make sure he has a good time.
what do you pick versus Razor mid? There aren't many heroes that work super well versus him. Something that can phase out, link out of that static link is usually
10
alright.
seconds remaining.
Well, they've
5
kind of
seconds
swapped
Hey.
away from this hardcore push. The Chen and Lone Druid, big indicators of early tempo and early
Into
pushing.
team fights, right? Into Pango, into Crystal Maiden.
Yeah,
I mean, Pango does bring you
Radiant
utility as
team
well.
pick.
there's the Jug ban.
I expected Jug to be picked by one of these teams, or at least banned, because he was like, first and foremost, Faded was pretty good on him that last game, and overall Jug in this game just looks fantastic for both teams. I would have rather picked Jug instead of that Razor if I was for the Dreams drafter, but I'm not. I'm just a lonely caster casting my dotes.
10 seconds remaining.
Lonely.
Nobody likes me.
Oh, Lizard. It's okay.
5 seconds remaining.
I've got you, right? You're a bit sick, but
If I don't die in the
We
next
got
24
each
hours,
other.
sure.
please don't say that.
We can be together until death do us part, which is tonight
Come on.
apparently.
Oh. Hello there, Mirana.
That's a hero we do not see anymore.
That's a hero that's been
Rezo.
buried, and I'm not certain.
Ah.
I don't think so. Yavar, Mirana. Come on, bruh.
It definitely feels like now it's a Universe Pango though, right?
Yeah, I think so as well. Universe Pango with either the Chan or the Maiden on that
10
offlane.
seconds
You put the
remaining.
Mirana versus the Razor, you
Get a
Basi-
Lotus Orb on Pango at some
5
point.
seconds
you get a
remaining.
lot of utility on him. You get that Maelstrom into Greaves build, then Lotus Orb, whatever, it's fine.
So many like single target point and click
Go
abilities
Slark,
for FTD.
or the Dream, go Slark.
Slark.
Slark, good versus Lone Druid, good versus Mirana. She can't leap out. You got the Leash versus Pango too. He can't swashbuckle. Like all these three heroes actually get countered by Leash. That's why Grimstroke is so fine versus them. But Slark is a dead hero, and
Choose
instead they
your
go with another dead hero.
She's been coming back recently though. A lot of these mid players have been toying with Queen of Pain in pubs. We've seen it a little bit from Southeast Asia in the pro scene. She's making waves, this Queen of Pain.
Look at this draft from For the Dream. Razor is going to be played by Fada this time. He played the Jug in the last match, so he's going to be that, let's say, hard carry Razor, while the Queen of Pain is going to be... She's going to be the one creating most of the space. But these two heroes, they are semi-carries, right? They aren't really truly your big hard carries such as Anti-Mage or something like that. So they are on a timer. And it's on For the Dream. It seems to really end this game as soon as possible, to take matters in their own hands, to take control. And they can definitely do that with these heroes that they got. Can Razor double suck the damage? double static link, and does he get double damage from two sources? I've never seen
I
that.
don't believe he does. I think that's one of the interactions that doesn't work. Like, you can't double Omni Slash. I don't think you can double static link.
Yeah, but double static link honestly looks like something that
should work.
That should work. Yeah.
I think it's one of those
like
weird
double
ones.
Omni Slash. It's hard. He can't split himself in two, right? And Omni Slash two targets.
That's true.
That's hard. But
physically impossible.
Yeah, but static link, he has two hands, two whips. Actually, he has only one whip.
Yeah. So how does he walk the dog?
Yeah,
it's impossible.
I don't know.
But there we have it. Draft done. And we do have the Mercedes MVP, of course. So make sure to get your votes in and watch this little video. And into game we go. Game 2 in this series between FTD and Forward Gaming. The draft's all done and done, as I believe I fixed the lag problems.
You fixed it?
Look, it's so smooth now.
Gary, you're a saint.
I'm a god.
I wouldn't go that far, but you're a saint.
I'm the god of being ill all the time. That's me. The god of oversleeping, the god of being sick.
How does that even work? If you oversleep a lot, you should like have the energy to fight these.
Well, that's not how depression works, mate.
Depression? Let's not. Oh, all right.
Sometimes you just sleep because you need to. So what do we have? Yawa, mid lane, Mirana.
Yeah,
Pango Universes wandering around.
They just want to put that Mirana versus the Razor. Universe is definitely wandering around, as you said. Resolution is on that offlane, it seems, for them. Offlane that's going to be very safe, though, because there's Crystal Maiden around, there's Chen around. Yes. But they shouldn't have way too many problems. Lone Druid did scout them out bottom with that bear, and because they saw that bear run top, they instantly switch things around a little bit. And we're most likely going to see that Doom rotating bottom. Actually, it's going to be the Razor. Alright, so they're adapting. But they should have known that Mirana is going to be mid. Yeah, well.
Quap versus Mirana. Starfall level 1, sorry. Already securing some CS. Pango is doing the old wander around, try and find my lane, as Lone Druid swings down bottom.
Yeah, Lone Druid already bottom.
Razor's hiding though, not showing on this lane, making sure that Lone Druid commits. Oh, look, Rezo.
They saw Doom already, and look at Lone Druid. Rezo. Hello, mister. Are you gonna run back top? Seriously?
He's been spotted by this observer board though, so they know he's now rotating top.
Maybe he goes mid. I don't know what he does, but... Oh, Courier mid. Courier... No, never mind. That's his Courier. Oh, crazy. Anyways. Debated.
Spooked me a little bit there.
Debated, man. I'm just testing to see if you're on point.
Oh,
Courier mid! Courier mid!
Oh, no.
I called it.
You did.
I knew it.
30 seconds early, you knew it was going to happen.
I knew it. I felt it. That's the true analyst, true caster right there.
The big oracle. So how do we end up with our lanes now? Chen, Lone Druid top.
Yep. The thing is now, the Lone Druid did get the matchup that he wanted. And if you port top with Razor, well, maybe you go for Crystal Maiden kill first.
Yeah, finish off MSS. Oh,
one more hit.
Enough.
He needed one more. Just one more hit and he would have definitely died.
So do you TP Razor top now?
You can't.
You've got TP on Doom to go bottom.
No, you can't, because Lone Druid is going to do the same, and then you didn't really do anything. So basically just realized, alright, they won this dance off, and just let them be. Just leave them be. Do what you can with these lanes.
The mind games.
Yeah. Maybe if the lanes go poorly for you in a few minutes, you can reassess your situation and reset the lanes, but right now you can't just continue running after them.
Rezo doesn't care Infernal Blade. He's got SVG with Divine Favor behind him. And Chen has already hit level 2. So this little mud golem going to cause a few issues for that dire side top. Queen of Pain mid, 11 and 2, slightly ahead of Yawa, but with an additional creep wave coming in, YRG needs to get these denies going.
Very interesting from SVG that he... So, what I'm... Basically, if you're playing Chen, you should know that if you find the golem camp, that's a first blood for you. 9 out of 10 times that's a first blood. But you have to take 2 golems. So you have those 3 stuns. And then you pick up another hero, another unit. And then you have 2 more stuns. Because the second golem also disappears, right? So overall... Oh, he might get the kill actually, even...
Is he dying?
He is.
He doesn't juke north. SVG still going to get the final
There you go.
touch. And that's first blood. You were talking about the mud golems.
Who am I
That's
to
first blood.
question SVG God? SV God. Like, who am I to question him? Does it with 2 golems. I wouldn't do it with 5 golems.
Double damage.
He's got this. Now he gets another one, perhaps. He actually has level 2 Holy Persuasion to work with. He can get that level 5 creep. Sweet, sweet Centaur.
That's an early level 3 for Chen. So often I see Chen's kind of sitting level 1, level 2, you know, 7-8 minutes in, wondering what they're doing with their lives.
Yeah, he got that first blood, solo kill, solo experience.
He got the solo experience the first minute and a half while Rezo was...
Exactly, and
wandering
that's
around.
really big too. There's
What's
a
that
double.
noise? It sounds like homing missile. There was some like whoosh,
That was just me blowing into the microphone. Top lane.
whispering sweet nothings into my ears. QI, they do get the kill on the Chen, but it looks like this Grimstroke is in for a world of hurt. Oh, little nom on the Centaur. And
Fine.
Grimstroke, is he alright?
Yeah. There's 10 seconds. Maybe Grimstroke isn't. Let's follow this. If Grimstroke
Golem.
runs to the tower, he
Golem.
dies because the golem is gonna turn into 2 smaller. Oh, there's 1 stun actually.
There's
He
1
dies
stun
anyway.
and then a double stun.
He dies anyway.
Beautiful. The mod golem is very powerful.
Mud golem.
Bottom
MVP.
lane faded also. Oh, should be fine to get back to the tower. MSS pops the stick, gets another Crystal Nova down. James and faded with that swashbuckle nearly kills them both.
Get
James
that.
will fall. Good little snipe from MSS.
Burns, doesn't it?
Queen of Pain hasted on top lane, going for those bounties, but Lone Druid is coming in. He sees her and just backs off. So.
Worthy tribute.
I'm worth so much more.
Straight back to mid lane. While Marana double Wraith Band in the jungle using that Starstorm.
Precious bounty.
Yeah, what do you think? What is the build for Mirana? I mean, I don't see Mirana quite often, so I'm not certain what he's gonna go for. Yavar.
Yeah, I'm not sure item-wise. They did play it the other day against Team Secret, and I believe they lost pretty hard. Mirana's item build was Maelstrom, pretty much. Maelstrom BKB. Oh, dearie me. They've dived. Pango down bottom. James and Faded finally getting some revenge in this bottom lane.
I
As
mean-
top the dive. Chan and QY forced away from their own tower.
2 mud golems. Stun. Oh.
Is Doom okay?
He's
He
fine.
looks worse for wear.
He doesn't look great, but he's fine. He's gonna survive.
I'm not sure their tower is though.
Their tower is definitely not feeling way too well. The new creep wave is coming in. They have a catapult as well. A small Carty, the bear, the divine favor. There we go.
Look at that.
Bam.
40 plus 48. 88 damage from a siege creep. There's some nasty stuff that FTD have to handle.
FTD Doom might go in and eat it in 19 seconds though. So he's got some time to to hit that tower with that Carty.
Where's Rezo at right now? Boots, gloves. Midas is queued up.
Midas most likely that's Radiance build, right?
That is what we'll be looking for. Marana, where's she headed off to? Wandering top, leaving the Queen of Pain alone mid. YRG with 17 denies and 30 last hits.
Yeah, he's won that lane a bit, but Mirana with the rotation top arrow.
Oh,
Yeah, scouts the courier, nothing more.
Doom still wants to come in and kill that catapult, realizing Yawa here.
Queen of Pain, morting in.
Moonlight
Yes.
Shadow gets them out.
Yeah, pretty well played by Mirana. Realizes this isn't our fight. This Queen of Pain is here. Let's
There's-
just back out.
Sentries and wards all over the place, but none of them are catching each other.
Actually, they're going back in.
Yawar? They want the Doom, but there's the Phantom's Embrace and the Inkswell onto the Bear and the Marana. Silent stop. Yawar does have a couple of leaps to toy with here. Chan rooted though.
Queen
There's
of
the
Pain.
Bear coming into play as the Quap arriving from the right hand side and Faded. He makes the TP rotation. Chan trades for SVG. Not really ideal here for FTD, but
Yeah.
Rezo, the Bear, nearly falling.
Honestly, look at these heroes from For the Dream. If they aren't winning the game right now, I don't know when they will be. Because you have this Razor powerhouse in the laning stage and strictly after it as well. Queen of Pain just always was a hero that does well in the laning stage and then snowballs, right? It is, if you don't snowball with Queen of Pain, you're in problems, so...
Oh, faded. Yawar's backstab, completely unexpected. The Universe still wants to keep chasing this. Static Link is there, forced out. Faded, still trying to play forward. This is risky. Yawar is still in the area. Arrow, what's the CD? 1 second with a leap. Leap Arrow is coming. Yawar, are you diving this with MSS arriving from the south? It should be a quick and easy pick-off.
Yeah. I believe that they're maybe outmaneuvering them a little bit with the power of Chen and this Mirana rotations, this backstab on top lane was a moment of brilliance from him as well. Remaining top, waiting for that Razor to come, then killing him. They knew that Razor ported top, so there isn't really a lot that he can do, right? What do you do afterwards? You can't, as a Razor, yeah, you have to stay there. You can't just go to the jungle or something. So they punish that immediately and they take the tower. And mid lane.
Yeah, they've caught the Maiden. 3 heroes converge on her poor little frosty head. But SVG has taken top tier 1. Catapult is going and the Hellbear is here, giving that lovely little aura. And Razor on defensive duties.
That's not really the place you want to be as Razor. You want to have your allies centered around you. You want to be escorted into these fights. You want to be killing.
What's happening bottom? Doom has made his home. Probably going to get taken down though. He is getting into the tree line, and with a TP available, he might find a way to escape. Run south. Yawar still chasing.
Run, little Doom.
SVG.
Jukes.
Oh! TP. They've got the damage though.
Well, that was an interesting place to port from.
Yeah, if he'd gone maybe just a little...
Not the best joke that I've seen in my life, but...
He tried.
Very optimistic one, I have to say.
Did give it a good try. Razor. Yeah, this is such an awkward spot with his tier 1 still standing. And Razor, not really the kind of hero that likes to... You know, in this top lane for the Dire team, you kind of want to push, fall back to jungle, push, fall back to jungle, or commit for the tower. And Razor not really a hero that can do that. But with a sentry down on the bounty rune top, they do get a grab onto Universe. Swashbuckle back, and he's thinking about the ulti to move forward. Jumps over the cliff tops and into QI. Grimstroke, found by the Frostbite. Faded. Thinking about the static link, Universe has another swashbuckle to create that distance away from FTD.
MSS, Queen of Pain is coming in. Has that blink in a second.
Oh, the raindrops. Okay, well, you needed one more click.
Meanwhile, bottom lane is just falling. You lost your tier 1. They're going for the tier 2 as well. Grimstroke is porting in, but... Oh, Arrow eats it to the face.
Now, can the bear entangle up the Grimstroke? 1 hit. 2 hits, there it is, connects beautifully, and Doom might be in a spot of bother himself. They've not quite finished off QYQX, and the Doom arrives onto Universe, but they now lose Grimstroke. James, he needs to just lift and run away. Or just run away.
Yeah, Queen of Pain is coming in, no ulti on her though.
Maiden's drawing the lines, they know she's arriving. They might set up for something here.
Look at how they abandoned poor Universe behind enemy lines. All doomed up and lonely.
Arrow stolen, Quap moves in. SVG down to half HP immediately, and MSS has been left to fend for himself. Radiant's Courier even dying in the mix of all that.
MSS is like, what did you call me for? Like, what is this? Like, he got called and instantly killed. Like, feels bad for the Maiden. SVG was like, save me, Maiden. And they just all died. Mid lane, however, alright. Another tower is being pressured by Forward Gaming. And it feels though, even though FTD are the ones on a, well, sort of a clock, right? It's not that horrible. They have a decent late game. You cannot ever rule out a team that has Doom late game, but...
Doom Grimstroke as well,
yeah,
right?
Doom Grimstroke. But you are playing with Razor and Quap. These are snowballish heroes. You want to do a whole lot right now, and they aren't really playing the maps better. Strategically, Forward Gaming is outplaying them, taking the objectives, forcing them to play their own game instead of just being defensive and waiting for late game.
It feels like not a severe problem, but definitely kind of a glitch in the system for FTD, because from the games that we've seen, they've been heavily reliant on certain combos working out to win the game. You know, in this one, they need Soulbind and Doom to hit 2 people. They need that double Doom, really, to win a team fight, unless they can just snowball in the next 6-7 minutes or so.
Maybe they just can. Queen of Pain is gonna hit her timing, some levels. Razor as well.
So we don't
closer.
We don't really see, or we don't really call draft cheesy anymore, do we? There aren't really any cheesy strats or drafts that
I
can
mean,
come
there
out.
are still some last picks that can win the game. I guess you can call those
Timber
last
and Huskar and
Timber,
stuff like
Huskar,
that,
sometimes Meepo, I suppose, even though that hero isn't really
Because I think the word,
great any longer.
I think the kind of cheesy aspects have kind of shifted into drafts like this, where FTD is not necessarily cheesy, but they are heavily reliant on, say, Void Chrono in previous games, or a Big Tide Ravage, or Soulbind and Doom, as they do
Or this
Arrow.
Arrow.
James catches SVG. Arrow from the other side onto Razor, but no follow-through.
You can rely on that Rubik to have an easy arrow, as he has no cast animation, obviously, so it's very easy for him to hit targets.
I'm kind of sad that Razor doesn't have a null tally.
Because he's collecting everything, right? A Bracer, a Raid Band, Magic Wand, all these early game items, Power Threads, and now a Null Talisman. It would be a full set. What do you think? Should we be able to combine Null Talisman, Raid Band, and Bracer?
Yes.
Combine it into what? The ultimate, I don't know what the hell I'm doing item.
It's like when when
It's
players go 2-2-2 in their skills.
I have no inspiration, and I'm 2-2-2 basically.
2-2-2 in your skill build.
Yeah.
Bracer, Wraithband, Null Tally.
I have no inspiration. I don't know what I'm doing with this hero. Please help me, someone.
And then you buy BKB because you're like, well, blah. I guess that's happening. I don't know if you played... Oh, Chan. He's going to try and find a home in the trees, but really nice Rolling Thunder connection into Arrow sets up. That's some very strong team cohesion that Forward are showing.
One of my ex-teammates used to say, you either know how to play, like you are either skilled, or you buy 2 bracers. It's one or the other. So if you buy 2 bracers, you can be out of position. It doesn't matter. And it was funny because the bracers, he used to say that like 3 years ago, and bracers just came into the meta. And alright, Arrow.
Easy catch on Rubik.
Yeah, Yawar was sick and done of that, Rubik stealing his arrows and using them, so he sticks one up.
Well, 10-8, a 1k lead for Forward. But they are really the ones that are building up these bigger items. Relic is 200 away for Rezo. Yawar nearly has the Maelstrom done. Top of Treads and Wraith Bands. And then we've also got a Javelin Arcanes on Universe. He's
honestly,
pretty strong himself.
Listen, I still think that Forward Gaming, they have the stronger late game. However, Faded with Razor, this Razor can be problematic later on. Like, last game we saw the Agonist Razor, it's more like, I'm gonna hit your base Razor, right? It's not really, he wasn't really dealing that much damage. But this hero, he can be a hard carry too. He can carry hard. I don't know if he can be an anti-mage style of a hard carry, but he's been changed a lot, and it is very powerful later on in the game if itemized properly. As you can see right now, he's not going for Yules or anything like that. Razor is buying a Yasha into BKB, so he wants to be up front, he wants to be tanky, he wants to be the guy that puts his team on his back and just says, let's go, boys.
He knows he needs to really static link and deal with that Lone Druid Bear, but with a nice Frostbite arrow, Yawar has leapt right and left and faded. Will drop, the carries down, a Sonic Wave connects with 3, but Hand of God says nah.
Just as I praised him, he instantly falls. Feels bad, man.
Queen of Pain silenced very quickly. Has a Yule Scepter to deal with the lucky shot from Universe. But while this is all happening, Forward are creating space for Resolution to get towards the Radiance.
He's completely alone and unpressured, just farming away.
Universe. Oh, sick
great.
stomp. Catches 2 with the Centaur. And now Soulbind to turn it around. Do they have a Doom? They do indeed. Double Doom catching 2. Maiden and Chen, the supports will fall. Can they chase for any more? Queen of Pain up onto the high ground. Looking for Yawar. Still has that Moonlight Shadow. Go at YRG, just blind. Go. Blind screams. Might be able to kill Yawar here. They know that the Shrine being popped. YRG very far forward, but in comes Chan. Yawar down to no leaps. On cooldown for 25 seconds, that's a dead Mirana.
That's a great kill. First and foremost, using that Doom properly with the Soulbind, killing both of the supports out. Preventing Shem from using that Divine Favor is really important in these fights. And then, obviously, getting that Mirana kill was really nice. Queen of Pain, he saw the body block. Even though Mirana was invis, he saw the body block, right? And then he continued chasing.
Yeah, really nice from that Queen of Pain. It's so easy there to kill the 2 supports and just think, we'll push tier 1 or we're just going to calm down and relax. But YRG really does have that bloodlust. He knew that he could chase the Mirana and find that big kill on a core hero.
Bottom lane, it looks like they want to defend this. I mean, 2 heroes ported in. Universe, channeling.
Oh, I didn't even realize Yawar denied SVG.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Shout out to Pico in chat.
Alright, he denied SVG, but he died and gave an unstoppable kill. But at least he denied Chen, so that's something.
But they've got Radiance now on the LD.
Yeah, he was completely silent for the last couple of minutes. Didn't join any of these fights. Now he has a Radiance and he's gonna definitely start fighting with his teammates.
Queen of Pain going Aghanim Scepter.
Alright.
Yules into Ags. Alright, cool down.
Not really a item build that we've seen on Queen of Pain recently. When she was played, when she was in the meta, it wasn't really because of the Aghanims. Those were not the items that you would find her.
It was very much the kind of Orchid Rush versus Storm Spirit, wasn't it, back then?
Exactly. What's happening to the Rosh, though?
It is dying very quickly. Lone Druid Spirit Bear has 95 plus 189 damage, by the way. If that's not insanity, I don't know what is. Forward. Drop Roshan to about 3,500 HP. Arrow slides past the backside of QY.
They need to finish this off. If they run out right now, you're always in danger of leaving that Rosh to FTD.
Here comes the big bad bear, though. Drained of damage by Faded as they
bear.
try to keep the static link going. Arrow hitting Doom, and this will be the commitment from forward. In we go with Rolling Thunder. Sonic Wave pushing back and dealing a good amount of damage to 3 of them.
Pango?
Turn fight. Pango's stuck. He can't move. And now the Soulbind coming in. Queen of Pain from the backside. Runs out of mana, but the Dooms are there. In goes Chan Chan, and they're chasing down the Mirana now. Yawa has to leap away, but they've killed off the Queen of Pain. And this static link from Faded needs to get the kill on Rezo. A quick lift up from Rubik will grab him, as the buyback from Chen doesn't really accomplish anything. SVG will just die back.
Oh, he's gonna give them some more gold, and now if you are FTD, you straight... I think you just go into that pit. Do you finish this tier 1? I mean, you can, but isn't it smarter to go for this Rosh that's, well, 50% HP, even more, not really that low any longer. So they can get the tier 1 out of this.
Can they?
Can they actually, indeed. Well, they could, but maybe they would have died if they really pushed it, so... They get 4 bounties instead, or do they? They do. They should get. 2 on top lane. The bot rune isn't taken yet, but...
Very nice. And Doom with Hand of Midas now. What are your thoughts on that? 20-minute Midas after Vlad's drums.
Well,
Dire are
interesting. I'm gonna call it interesting. But I've seen a lot of teams do this. I get a very late Midas or something. But look at that, Rosh fight again. They're going into the pit. They haven't learned their lesson, have they? They really want this Rosh.
Who hasn't learned their lesson? Forward?
I mean, there's no Doom, so... And even if there's Doom around, he has no Doom.
James with the swashbuckles. Okay, tactical pause.
Wait, TeamSpeak, we need to talk on TeamSpeak. We need to decide what we want to do here.
He's not lying.
Yeah, TeamSpeak, sorry.
Well, we are immediately back underway as Faded calls the G. In these positions, you know, both teams get the time to talk about what they're doing next.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes.
What's the...
Sometimes, obviously, it benefits one team more, right? But
what's the vision situation here? They see both of the guys coming from the right-hand side, Rubik and Grimstroke. Arezzo actually going to bail out of the Roshan pit.
His bear is so low, and he doesn't have another one for 80 seconds. So again, they try to go for this pit, but they don't really manage to. They don't have a medallion to work with. I believe they don't, so... Yeah, Chen should have maybe bought one if they wanted to pressure Rosh so early. They're gonna smoke instead, perhaps, and find a kill. Overall, though, this Razor is looking as scary as I thought he might. As long as he doesn't get popped first. And another thing that I'm not surprised is... Like this Pango from Universe. It's not the player, it's not Universe. It's just the way the hero works right now. I honestly have a feeling that if you're not mid Pango, if you're not crushing that lane, you just fall off so fast. That ultimate, especially versus spells such as Soulbind, it doesn't really do a whole lot.
Soulbind, Doom, even the terrain is working against you.
I mean, it's the terrain, right? You saw it there. Like no one committed anything onto that Pango. They didn't touch him. He just destroyed himself. Used that ulti and just looked silly.
Force Staff being queued by the Doom. That's an interesting one. But here it is, BKB timing for Faded. Queen of Pain is very close to Aghanim Scepter. FTD likely will look for a fight. Maybe even try and force that Roshan.
Well, Razor is gonna get the Aghanim's anyway. I mean, versus the Bear, versus Forward Gaming's team overall, it's alright, I suppose.
And they give the mid lane to the Razor. Forward just sitting back, relaxing a little bit for a while. They've given that Roshan a couple of attempts, and they know
They
difficult.
tried a couple of times. They tried to take that rush, and it didn't really work that well, did it?
no, not really.
Mm.
But they're just waiting for their BKB on the Mirana. Get Resolution's Lone Druid up to his next item. As he does move the phase boots onto the bear, gives his own hero just the little
FTD,
brown boots.
their Doom just got scared a bit, popped drums, started running backwards, then realized, oh wait, that's my teammates coming in. Should run. Has that Midas now to work with. He's gonna get those levels as well. Much faster.
Faded. Very far forward, likely will be forced to BKB, but knowing that Universe has just swashbuckled in, the static link in the right clicks, he's gonna roll on out.
Radiant's middle tower has
Fader
fallen.
just whacks the tower, but a good steal from James. He has Rolling Thunder and a Blink Dagger on this Rubik.
It's so huge actually, because this Rolling Thunder on Rubik, you don't have the precast, you instantly start rolling. The moment you click it, you're a ball, so...
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Forward with a smoke, knowing that Razor's BKB is down. They want to try and make a play around that. Universe
Oh, rolling boulder could
getting
be huge here by
spotted. Sonic Wave, it's big. MSS soulbound up to the Lone Druid Bear in the freezing field, holding this little ramp. But here comes James, rolling Thunder forward, catching on to MSS. Ooh, just about. Sweeps through. A buyback from the Grim and up angle here. Universe wants to move towards the Queen of Pain, who gets silenced up but has the Yules. Up into the air, the Lone Druid Bear goes. The Queen of Pain just blinks away.
What do you think? Should Rubik maybe use that Rolling Thunder instantly there and run on them? Like, I think he had a perfect situation to catch multiple heroes if he went offensively with that blink instead. But still, they have a decent fight, right? They kill Yavar. Do they? No, they killed Universe, and they killed the Crystal Maiden, and they bought back both of them. So
Yep.
pretty good. Pretty good for them.
S and Y. Razor actually finishes it off before the Aghanims comes out.
Get some status resistance. I like that as well. Gets tankier a little bit with the Sange.
Finding Queen of Pain down bottom, self-fuels. YRG does blink away, thinking about the Regoose.
Precious bounty.
But Forward Gaming have four heroes down here. Sonic Wave delays the inevitable to jump forward. YRG is aggressively maneuvering in and Forward are falling. James's Rubik arrives. Doom gets a quick arrow to the front of the head. But they want this bear. Kill the Spirit Bear. Moonlight Shadow. It makes your heroes invis, but not this poor little animal. Easy. SVG is a collateral bonus kill.
SVG just sticking around trying to divine favor the bear, basically, nothing more. He did use it, but it didn't really matter a whole lot.
Oh, Yawa nearly finds the solo onto the Quap. Ever so barely missing that arrow.
So that bear isn't really doing a whole lot this year. With the Radiance and everything, they're still finding ways of killing him. And it doesn't really feel like he's that frontliner that they can deal with, because if you send the bear in, he just get linked, right? And you have to fall back with him, so...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gets linked, gets lifted, gets Shadow Strike put on it. It's difficult times for Rezo. He buys out a full Vlad's. So Lone Druid, Vlad's Radiance. Yawa, BKB, oh man, it's been a long time coming, but he will have it for that next fight.
That should help.
That could be a difference maker here.
That should definitely help. You have the attack speed talent as well. Maelstrom BKB. He's gonna be a little pew-pew guy in front. He's gonna be dishing out a lot of damage, and they're gonna have to deal with him now. So far, he was cute. He could arrow, he could starfall. But this BKB actually enables him. He's gonna be a hero in the next fight. Oh, he didn't get it? There we go. Oh, he does.
Crimson Guard.
Oh, everything I just said
Yeah,
doesn't really work
against Crimson.
against Crimson, yeah.
All of a sudden, that Mirana, who should have been a beast. Damage mitigation on the side of FTD.
She's gonna be the kitten again.
So Forward, time to fall back on that age-old plan of Lone Druid split pushing with the Radiance. Send the bear from lane to lane, try and farm up on your way through. But you still have to team fight into FTD at one point.
Radiant's
They are
top
shoving
tower
towers
is
and they're
under
grouping
attack.
up en masse to try and push up this top lane.
They are looking very strong at the moment. The BKB on Razor, the Queen of Pain with the Antagonists.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I really would have liked to see a Lotus Orb here on Universe.
It would be awesome for them.
I understand, you know, Maelstrom, the Blink, the Greaves, they're all very comfortable items on Pango.
It's basically the common build right now. It's the most common one. You get some mana from the Arcanes, then you turn them into Greaves for some utility, then you chase this Doom down.
Resolution needs to get closer to his bear, though. Entangle time, is it coming? Missing that swashbuckle, Universe not quite landing. And Rezo's bear still chasing forward, but they swing into action on the right-hand side with the Queen of Pain jump, the dealer killed off MSS, but the freezing field will zone her out. And Yawa with a BKB charging forward and looking for kills, but Grimstroke will be the only one to fall until Doom has come back in. 1v5. Queen of Pain will snipe the Crystal Maiden on... FTD, they want to continue this. A self-use from the Queen of Pain. In comes James. This is why. The stolen freezing field. James is massive. The monumental stolen ulti. A triple kill for your Rubik. Kills the bear. Absolutely annihilates forward.
That's
I was in disbelief. Why is FTD coming in? What are they doing? They're going to feed. And then James absolutely shuts the door on forward.
And he's going for that Agonist as well now, by the way. Has point booster queued up. If he steals that Nova freezing field once again, it's gonna be amazing. It was amazing right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It looked like it was Forward Gaming's fight, didn't it?
Yeah.
It looked like they got this in their bag, and then suddenly
Radiant's
a
top
small
tower
little
has fallen.
Rubik blinks next to you and just destroys everyone.
Why is Doom come in? Why is Quab come? Why is Razor come in? And then all of a sudden, Rubik has come in. Still has it for the next team fight as well, potentially. There's a Resolution. A double damage rune aiming towards the Assault Cuirass next. For the Dream. Finally feeling properly comfortable in this game with the single core lone druid. The only one really contesting net worth with the rest of the Dire squad. You've got Rubik, who's more farmed than the Mirana.
Yeah, he just got so much out of those kills. The freezing field is coming off cooldown again, so you can use it once more. You can create another fight around it. What do you have? You have AC coming on the bear, so he's going to be hitting a bit harder. But the problem is, if they could pressure objectives, if they could put this bear up front and hit with him, then I would say, alright, that's great. But they need a Lotus Orb for that. You cannot, like as you said, someone needs to get that. That Lotus Orb is so damn important for them. Because if you don't have it, that Razor is always going to do the same thing. He's going to run up close and just link your bear. Oh.
Razor, Doom, Grimstroke, and Doom down bottom. Being defended by YRG, who's looking to snipe out SVG. Into the invis they go, the freezing field from MSX. This time around, the Crystal Maiden will be the one to grab a kill on the Doom. YRG's quick escape, though. It's Pango. Universe, if he gets a swashbuckle silence here, it could be big for forward, but they have to hot retreat. Faded is here with his BKB, and MSX left to her own devices. And Crystal Maiden falls. 2 quick support kills for FTD as they charge into this Radiant jungle.
Yeah, that's a BKB expanded, but not really a... I don't think they're worried about that. They aren't really pressuring, are they? Yeah, Razor is gonna go bottom and try to pressure this tower.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's
is
definitely
under
justified. There's nothing they can do about it at the moment. I don't know, it looks like... This is how I was thinking Forward Gaming this game is gonna go. They're gonna hit their timings, you're gonna get this Radiance Relic, and then you're gonna use that Divine Favor there and push the towers. But they're never fighting first and foremost on the enemy side of the map. They're always on their own. And secondly, that bear needs a Lotus Sword. I think someone on their team had to rush it, and that someone is, as you suggested, Pangolier.
Yeah.
Just so that bear can actually stand in front and do his business.
It feels like there was a reasonably good swing when that Quap got Aghanim Scepter. Oh, arrow connecting. Queen of Pain has yours blink. She might be okay here unless the damage from the Maelstroms, the procs from Forward Gaming get the snipe as they move for the Lone Druid and the Spirit Bat, getting caught by the lift and the static link. And Resolution trying to micro it out of danger, and it will escape into the safe
Yeah, sadly they don't hit it with the Stroke of Fate. There is plus 300 on Razor. Rosh is up, but they don't really have a Rosh taking team up.
Like when Queen of Pain got Aghanim Scepter, all these fights, just that instant burst damage, but also being able to just very freely clear out these waves.
And she can use it 2 times in one fight, right?
Yeah.
35 seconds cooldown. Rubik mid.
And Lone Druid hasn't really been able to do that solo split push. While joining the rest of his team, they jump in. James very aggressive with Chan Chan holding the front line. They do get the Soulbind in onto Mirana and the Lone Druid Bear. Faded. No more static link though, as James, once he got stolen, nothing just yet. Waiting and biding his time as he zaps out with a Fade Bolt and Mirana about to drop. A quick grab by Faded. As the Entangle does hit onto the Razor and the Freezing Field from the north, MSS has caught them off guard and Universe rolls through, taking down 2. James self-yules, might be able to blink away, but no, the Swashbuckle shuts it down. And FTD lose 5 heroes.
It looked like FTD were being very cautious and disciplined about the way they approached that fight. Doom did not want to do Mirana. He was basically waiting for Soulbind to happen first. But by the time Soulbind was there, Mirana already popped BKB. And they had to commit so many right clicks into taking her down.
Queen of Pain solo defending Roshan. AoE Shadow Strike, Sonic Wave Ags. I mean, SVG and MSS, they're just dying. A jump in by the Queen of Pain could maybe net her a couple of kills. And Rezo trying to solo Roshan while the rest of his team shrines up.
If Queen of Pain is not destroying them, it's the Doom. If Doom isn't, it's the Queen of Pain.
Shiva's guard to get vision inside the pit. Roshan down to 1000 HP. Universe blinks forward aggressively onto the Queen of Pain, and James is inside the pit with a Yule's not used. Quap throws the Sonic Wave and takes the Aegis. Oh, she killed and took Roshan and Aegis as Resolution's being ripped apart limb from limb. Queen of Pain takes him down, and Grimstroke focused by the Mirana and Chen. But it's Universe rolling through to get the Queen of Pain and maybe the Doom in the back. But I think Quap should be reasonably safe. To blink away? No, she's blinking in to this forward side. Disarmed though as SVG dips into the jungle and goes for a TP very sneakily, but Yules is there from YRG. And poor little Chen will lose his life. What happened there?
Another.
And Quap is still going in.
He's going ham actually at them. He's gonna get that level 25 now as well. What do you go for? Do you take the Stream
You
of
take
Pain?
the fear, right?
Of, like 99% of the time, and I think this game is no different. You take the fear.
Yeah, if you're against like, you know, a Doom and a Rubik and all these
Then it
single
makes
target
sense.
hits, yeah, but
Not this game, definitely.
the Universe doesn't feel like he's had, you know, an exceptional game. He's 3-3-16, his score, his net worth, it all looks decent. But like you were saying 10 minutes ago, it's not like he's made the most out of this hero. It just doesn't feel
Maybe if
particularly
he farms
good.
that Lotus Orb right now that we're talking about so much, that might help them.
I just haven't seen FWD. FTD and FWD is like messing with my brain a little bit, by the way. I've just not seen forward across the river in quite a while.
That's it.
When was the last time you saw them moving into the enemy side?
They're scared of the water, man. They respect that. They're waiting for the ferry to come and...
The river is lava.
Yeah, they're waiting for the ferry to come and carry them across, but that ferry might be that...
I thought you said fairy.
Not ferry. How do you pronounce it properly?
I mean...
Ferry.
Ferry, yeah.
Ferry, alright. Ferry.
That's not your fault, that's just my hearing. My ears are blocked, and I was like, fairy? Just carry them across?
It's a little bit.
Tinkerbell from Peter Pan, you know?
Yeah. I'll
Sprinkle,
take a part of that blame.
sprinkle the dust on them. Chan Chan. And Yawar, BKBing. James has leap. Jumping forward. Looking for the snipe onto MSS. Very quick and easy, but in comes James. SVG trapped in the trees. Nowhere for him to go. And yet again, the Chinese squad deep in behind enemy lines, finding a couple of kills.
This super aggressive lineup for the Dream is definitely paying out for them. Like, this is what I was talking about Razor. Remember when I said, yo, this guy can be a super hard carry? If you click on that Razor right now, you're gonna see some very nice items.
Hot damn.
Satanic, SNY, AC. He still has that Aghanims as a debate for all of us.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. Damn this guy. Aghanims has been queued for 20 minutes, right?
The whole game he has. He's like one of those guys. I'll get the Agnes, but just one more item, and then I'll help you guys push.
We're not pushing high ground yet, right?
Yeah, let me just get Satanic. All right, let me just get Butterfly now.
Is he actually?
Nah, not yet.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it would be good on him here.
Speaking of Aghanims, though,
MKB wouldn't be that horrible either. Yeah.
Razor doesn't have one, but Doom does. So we're gonna have double Doom.
Double Doom plus the Aghanims. Oh,
Well, maybe
we're gonna
not.
see the 0 Dooms maybe.
He is very beefy, though.
Arrow, Crimson.
The rest of his team might just join in time. In comes Faded. Soulbind is there. Bear and Mirana caught, but with no Doom thrown in. A difficult fight to continue, and Universe elsewhere has got himself a double kill to the north. Faded just TPing out with the remainder of that BKB.
Yeah, he didn't have the double link, by the way. So for Science, you cannot double static link. You can only get it from one target alone.
We knew that.
Oh, we knew that, but we were just testing the chat.
Of course. FDD, a loss there. Doom didn't get any of his spells off, which is always a bit of a problem. But finally forward across the river and hitting buildings. Tier 2, look at that. He's dead. And they might even go high ground with 2 heroes down for 30. Forward are going to poke here for buybacks and then quickly realise there aren't any.
Look at that bear. Look at that. You take one mistake. You do one single mistake and your tower is almost gone. Your high ground is almost gone. Because that bear just goes Sam.
Rezo. Hit with a Shadow Strike. The bear. Oh, dearie me. Whose yours is that? Rubik's? That was Rubik's. Even throwing the Sonic Wave to kill it faster.
I mean, 30 seconds of a cooldown. No, even less. 17 seconds of a cooldown with that Octarine core.
Oh.
He can cast it anytime he damn likes to, wants to.
That is a POG, actually. Octarine Ag Sonic Wave.
That's basically, like, what, 17 seconds? You can cast it all the time.
How does the Quap die?
Well, you kill her, lol.
I mean, we talked about the lack of disables on forward, though, didn't we? The Frostbite, the Lucky Shot Silence is pretty much all they have to rely on to kill the Quap.
Pengu is going for a basher, so maybe that helps you out a bit.
Still no Lotus, though.
Still no Lotus. This bear, like, you invested so much gold into a bear that's not really gonna do a whole lot. That's definitely problematic, and now they find them.
Moonlight Shadow, though, the guise of invisibility has helped out forward. Sonic Wave onto the bear, and it will drop, so Resolution is no longer a hero. He's got BKB, but no bear. Chan finally falling as Yoan leaps away to safety. And MSS, again, the straggler. There's Queen of Pain going in deep. Maiden falls. Quap, but still battling 1v3. The arrow connects. This is how you kill the Queen of Pain. Or is it? She's going to scream. She's going to fear them. Then she's 1v4. With a Glimmer Cape, she don't care. There is no dust. There are no sentries. Quap jumps in aggressively again, and poor little SVG feels the pain. They're even going to kill his Satyr as well, aren't they?
That was a really good play by, not Resolution, Universe in that fight. As he created so much space, created so much chaos in that fight. Doom didn't even manage to use his Doom during, even though 2 targets were soul binded, he just couldn't get there. Was just completely stunned. And
like, she doesn't need BKB this game.
Yep. There's no catch. Very low amounts of catch on the side of Forward Gaming.
YRG dodging the arrow. That could have been spooky. Still trying to go for the solo kill on Universe, but drawing the attention of 3 cores of forward down to bottom.
Yeah, this is one scary Queen of Pain. Going for that Kaya and Yasha now too. Has the travels. I'm not certain, like, Forward Gaming, they have to find a way to somehow win a team fight and then instantly rush to the high ground, run to the hills to take down those towers and Raxes, because they definitely can with the Divine Favor, with the bear. But how do you get there? How do you get to that point? That's my issue. That's my question.
I mean, their plan was this Lone Druid kind of sends his bear, Naga style, to go and cut waves, but against the Queen of Pain, look, she's just jumping from lane to lane, bouncing around the map with ease. And against the Razor and a Rubik, who are pretty mobile themselves, with Blink on Rubik and Razor very speedy, you just don't have the opportunity to do these little plays with the bear.
They're definitely not finding the space that they need.
Like, Rezo was just hugging and holding hands with the bear as Universe top getting caught. Quick Greaves and jump away. Now with the ulti moving forward. He has to get into the base though. Universe, okay. He'll be fine. Get back in the fountain, but now that's Rolling Thunder down. and FTD are on your doorstep looking for tier 3 themselves.
Can you defend this?
I'm not sure they can, but a brilliant Soulbind, double telekinesis. They've got the Spirit Bear and the Pango. Sonic Wave connecting gorgeously, and Lone Druid's dead. Buyback from the Pango. Surely this cannot be. Yawa has to do this alone. Faded with his own BKB. And this lane of barracks, it will fall. No chance of a defense from forward. Yawa leaping out of danger. The Doom is dropping lower and lower, but he needs a few more touches to meet his demise. And Queen of Pain again, without a fear in the world, blinks away.
They just get out, they ping the Doom for some reason multiple times.
It was Razor pinging him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Razor. And they get out, they take the shrine, they can Midas the creep, the Doom. After that, they... What's the Rosh timer? 1 minute 30, so they aren't really super lucky with the Rosh timer. But
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Arcane Rune for Quap, okay.
what's the cooldown? 17.4.
That's it with just Octarine. It hasn't updated, right?
Is there like a maximum or something?
No.
That's with just the Octarine, indeed. It was 17.5, I think, with the Octarine. But there's no way it's only 0.1, right?
Nah,
30,
can't be.
30%. That should be like 5.5 seconds removed. That should be like 12 seconds or something. Right?
We'll see when she uses it.
There we go. Maybe here? No.
Come on, YRG, show us the money. Oh, come on.
He doesn't want to.
Come on, we want to see the numbers.
Show us the numbers.
Sonic Wave this creep. Just Sonic Wave.
There we go.
17 and a half, yeah?
Yeah. Alright.
Huh. Hello, what's this? Oh,
Can someone...
oh, MSS. Oh no, he died.
Can someone in the chat make us understand why that's like that? Why the Arcane Rune did not lower the Sonic Wave further?
No, look, it's 26.4 with Octarine.
Oh, it is.
Are we insane?
We might be.
Yeah, we're insane.
We might be.
Our brains have lagged there for sure.
I mean, we're...
Radiant structures.
It's fine.
Oh, he had an Arcane last time we checked, so that's why we think it was 17, because he had... we're idiots.
Makes sense.
It does indeed. FTD giving it the old college try up on the high ground again. Rezo BKB down. Where's
It's the
the
game
Marana?
that was bugged. It's not us that didn't know it. Like, the Arcane was not showing. That's what happened.
The bugged game. Bugged brain.
Bugged brains
Bugged
more
brains.
likely.
Yep. But man, BKB's expended and wasted by forward. There's a double damage rune bottom. Queen of Pain shoving out lanes. And Roshan's up.
That's perfect for FTD. Just grab that DD, straight into the pit. Take that Roshan down. Take that tasty cheese and Aegis. And I think they can close out the game. But first and foremost, the most important part of the game, you go for the bounty runes. Right?
Oops.
Right? You always go for the bounties first.
Yeah. I mean, every time you get 4 bounties, your win percentage chance increases by like 10%. Look. Look. They get bounties and it's going to go...
I'm certain there's a stats somewhere that confirms what you just said.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, like you're not making stuff up. You would never do
No, definitely not. But... Oh, okay. Yawa has Lincolns. He's fine. That's the thing, like, the state of the game... I think, like, you know, the first bounty runes don't matter so much. The second one's less so. But once you get to, like, 15, 20, 25 minutes, if you're against a team that's getting every single bounty rune, the map control just isn't there for you, and you're in a pretty bad state anyway. Unless you go for sneaky plays.
Alright, so there's cheese on who? On Grimstroke? Alright, Grimstroke with cheese?
I don't care, Lizard, because Crystal Maiden has a BKB. This is their one chance.
This is it.
This is it.
MSS.
4-staff BKB with
It's
an
all on
influence.
you, baby.
It really is.
BKB, force yourself in. Freezing Field. Give that to Robic. Make him use an even better Freezing Field with the Aghanims. Good plan.
They're pinging the Doom. Quick little bash. Out from the swashbuckle, arrow connecting on the Grimstroke. Razor, though, making short work of these buildings. Racks are falling. And the Pango trying his hardest to get into this fight and cause some chaos, but there's the Soulbind. Yawa's BKB does absolutely bloody nothing. He drops so low and SVG's about to go. Back to the fountain, forward will try and hide, but YRG's Queen of Pain is going wild. Resolution in with the help of the Freezing Field, but look who's stolen it. James has the big ulti yet again.
Radiant's bottom.
Yeah.
Doom buyback, the only loss. And FTD, they have the Megas.
They have the Megas, they have the Aghanims up. Steroid that up. Freezing Field.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Static link on the
Come
pair.
on, James. I just want to see the roided up freezing field. Come on, dude. Deliver.
Show
Show
us.
us.
Oh, he gets bashed in the back.
He can't blink in. He's just waiting.
Lone Druid does not have a bear resummon. That's the last one. And they're losing their tier 4s. Forward, give it one more shot. In comes the Quap. Faded zoning them back as well. James is still holding on to this. Blink, Ags, freezing field. Just get in there. Go for it, my dude. Sonic Wave has dropped them so low, but they are in Fountain. James has popped
James?
He didn't blink. He didn't blink.
Why didn't you blink,
He
James?
freezing field in the grass. He froze the ground.
Radiant's ancient
Well, well, well. Grimstroke takes the arrow for the Rubik. In comes the Marauder with a BKB. The Divine Favor going to work, and they've killed off the Grimstroke at least. Now the Doom in the middle of 4. Yawar going into the back, but the Force Staff out by James. Or the Leap. Swashbuckle, that's what it was. That's how he moved. Universe in trouble, though, as Quap rejoins the fight. Somehow Universe survives, but they've got the throne regardless. GG called on FTD. Tie things up 1-1 in that 2-game series.
Well deserved. I think their draft, they drafted the way they needed to draft versus that Lone Druid. The Lone Druid was picked up quite early, and I was asking myself, why did they pick that Razor so fast, right? Why didn't they go for something like a Jug, something that Forward Gaming could have picked too? But they banned the Jug. They got the Razor instead. I think it was actually Forward Gaming that banned the Jug. Not really relevant, but overall, that Razor, I think, is the main reason why they won. Completely shut down Rezo. Changed the way he can play this game.
Yeah.
He couldn't just go in. He couldn't just be the guy that runs straight in with that bear, hits the towers with Divine Favor and, twins. Instead, he had to play a completely different way of Dotes, and that was just farm on your side of the river. Was that the right decision, though? I'm not certain.
Does he have other decisions to make,
I
though?
think maybe they could have went YOLO, just go in, throw that bear, let him die.
Try and take a lane.
Just try to take a lane, do that a couple of times.
Yeah.
Maybe, because eventually they're stronger than you are. Eventually that bear is still not going to do anything. So they were, basically what they were trying to do is, I think they were trying to hope that FTD is going to make some mistakes. You take a team fight, then you rush in their base and take a side instantly.
They tried it bottom, and it looked
all right,
all right. It
But
just
then they
wasn't-
died.
Yeah, just wasn't quite early enough. But there we have it. Series done and done. We'll take a quick break. I believe 30 minutes until our next best of 2 as the group stage continues for ESL One Katowice. We'll see you after this.